All right, thanks a lot, Malika. Welcome, everyone, to Boston, where the Celtics continue to collect the calluses that come along with being the reigning NBA champs, preparing for what feels like another inevitable run towards another championship banner, number 19. Jason Tatum recently stating that, hey, folks, I want to be one of the all-time greats that ever played in a Celtic uniform, and he's playing like it. Meanwhile, Jalen Brunson has been a monument to leadership for the New York Knicks this season. Let's take a look at the standings, take some inventory. Boston, the number 2 seed, 6 games back of Cleveland, still with hopes of chasing them down. New York, the number 3 seed, coming into the ball game tonight. Brunson and the Knicks searching for a measure of atonement today against the Boston Celtics, looking for that signature win. We'll be back with the opening tip right after this.
NBA Sunday Showcase on ABC is presented by Popeyes, bringing the crunch to every game with their bold-flavored wings. This presentation of NBA Sunday Showcase, presented by Popeyes, will continue after this message and a word from our ABC stations.
Let's take a look at the starting lineups for the respective teams. The Boston Celtics and the New York Knicks, who are whole finally. Jalen Brunson, Mikal Bridges in the backcourt, Josh Hart back in the starting lineup. After missing the last couple of games, Anunoby returned on Friday against Cleveland after missing the previous 6. And Karl Anthony Towns, the best three-point shooter on the floor for New York at about 43%. Mike Holiday-Brown, Tatum, and Kristaps Porzingis.
Always begins with Jason Tatum. He's the table setter for everybody, going to get a lot of ball screens. He sees if he can get past Karl Anthony Towns, you got a guard on the back line. He's going to be able to get all the way to the rim. Head up, early seal for the vet, Al Horford. Even this late in his career, getting ahead of the pack.
Great day of basketball on ESPN. There's even more NBA coming up. 7 o'clock Eastern. Grizzlies will be in Cleveland taking on the Cavaliers. 9:30 SGA and the Thunder facing the Timberwolves. Celtics hit the visiting Knicks with a blitzkrieg. That's the end of the first quarter here in Boston. Back with more after this. And we have a timeout on the floor.
Yeah, give the Knicks bench credit. Getting them back in the game. Offense from different sources. Landry Shamet forcing Joe Mazzulla to call timeout. That's the equivalent of a 15-footer for Porzingis.
Thought I heard somebody yell layup here on this shot.
Probably Kristaps Porzingis' family, if you heard that, because this is as easy a look as the big guy's going to get all day.
Jason Tatum in rhythm in that second quarter. That's going to be the end of the first half here in Boston at TD Garden. The Hotels.com halftime is coming up next, right after these messages.
Amica Insurance knows it's more than just a car or a house. It's the 4 wheels that move you and the 4 walls that welcome you home. Let Amica help you protect it all. Visit Amica.com to get a quote today.
Finish your breakfast. Let's take a look, folks, as we welcome you back to NBA Sunday Showcase on ABC, presented by Popeyes from TD Garden in Boston. As we take a look at today's first half stats brought to you by Chewy. The Celtics did finish their breakfast for most of that first half. Tatum leading the way with 17 points, 2 players in double figures. Mark Jones courtside along with Tim Legler, Katie George joining us in just a moment. The third meeting of the season between these two teams have been all Boston so far. Their defense has been impregnable in the first half, limiting the Knicks to 33% from the field. As we take a look at who's ruling the court, brought to you by Burger King.
It's the versatility, and it allows Joe Mazzulla to do different things that he wants to explore. Drew Holiday able to guard bigger defenders because of his strength, not giving ground. And take a look at Kristaps Porzingis, that backline defender, reads the first back cut on the opposite side, takes that away, and then hovering around, able to get the deflection, which leads to this. Jason Tatum, and he'll take those easy ones any chance he gets, because typically he's got two guys on him in the half court.
It's interesting when you look at how Boston uses the three ball and the evolution of the three-pointer, Tim.
Yeah, look, this is something I can speak to for sure. You look at when this shot first came into the league. I mean, there were nights you'd watch it and it was strange to watch a player take one. Now we're in my wheelhouse. This is the middle of my career in the 90s. It's starting to have an uptick. I think I took half of those, by the way, for my team. Steph Curry comes into the league. You see a slight uptick in the beginning of his career. Look what it's done over the last 15 years. Wow. Basically doubled. And now I've seen a number of games this year, Mark, that I've either watched or called where you're talking about excess of 100 with the Celtics defense closing out this quarter.
ESPN Bet is the official sportsbook of ESPN. Get in on trending parlays, daily profit boost, and exclusive talent markets all season long. New customers can bet $10 to get $100 in bonus bets and 30 days of ESPN Plus. Scan the QR code to download the app today.
The ruling on the floor is a defensive foul on New York. The play has been challenged by New York.
The call on the floor is a foul against the Knicks. And Hart back with the adjudication on the other side. Brunson up to 22 on the meter.
Yeah, take a peek, and sometimes you pay the price. Jaylen Brown trying to get the Knicks back in this. Great fourth quarter coming up.
Two dimes short of another triple-double.
NBA Sunday Showcase on ABC is presented by Popeyes, bringing the crunch to every game with their bold-flavored wings.
Jaylen Brown with a strong stat line tonight as well. He had 24 on a very efficient 10 of 21 from the field. So the Boston Celtics win it, getting their 41st win of the season. Don't forget, coming up after our game, the NBA Sunday Showcase on ABC continues as the Dallas Mavericks will take on Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors. Dave Pasch, Bob Myers, Cassidy Hubbarth will have the call on that game. From here in Boston, for Tim Leichler and Katie George, I'm Mark Jones. We're going to send it to Malika Andrews in the studio in a bit.